Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. So, I sat down just now and I watched this Fan First Friday thing. I was a bit late, to be honest with you. These are a few screen grabs I did just throughout. So I wasn't watching it live, I was just watching it on catch-up or whatever. So as you can see in the thumbnail, I put all vintage collection stuff there. There was a few Black Series things that did interest me, but for the most part, I'm 3 3/4 inch. And they were talking about that. I mean, I would have loved to have got hold of that, to be honest, just for pure novelty when it came out, but that well and truly passed me by. I didn't fully twig about these two either. You know, they're obviously done in that same kind of style, but they've announced these 6-inch figures for the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm. Stay with me here. I'm just going to flip through the order of things I saw just now. This Jawa. Obviously, if you like Jawas, it's all right, and it's got they've gone for the soft goods there. They showed you that as well, and the Greedo, right? See, I never owned a Jawa and Greedo. It didn't really hook me in, so I was a bit like, nah. Plus, you know, as I said, I'm not 6-inch massively, but then when I went on to see that looked really good. That the way they've got Greedo there, they look like really good figures. Then when it came onto this guy, I was sold. I was like, wow, I'll have to get one of him. I mean, I'm a big Obi-Wan fan, as you know, and I did have the. You see, I had the Kenner 80s Kenobi, so that one appeals. So it just whatever floats your boat, isn't it? But anyway, it was a good day for the vintage collection. At this point of the presentation, I was sat there thinking, God, is it going to be another one of these things that's just a complete letdown or whatever, and they're not going to show us anything new, repacks, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it was really good. Here's some more stills of Obi-Wan there. Really good, and they've gone for, as you can see, the final cape. They've matched the colours. They've gone for the modern interpretation of the facial sculpt, and then they've gone for the white hair, like the classic figures. That is so clever the way they've done it. It's really good. God, that they don't half know how to pull people in, new collectors and old alike. Anyway, really good. So then they moved on to the vintage collection, and I was a bit skeptical, thinking, what's it going to be? But I was pleasantly surprised. They firstly talked about the 96, and I thought, well, yes, brilliant. That is music to my ears. That is music to the ears of so many people who follow my channel or found me via the fact I've been banging the drum of missing figures going on for so long, you know, vintage collection, wish list, this, that, the other, and it wasn't long ago I was actually going over a few things that were missing. And boom, they hit me with this. This is the 80 ST driver. Brilliant card back. I'm so glad they've done that, actually. I always talk about it. I was talking the other day about the A-Wing card, the B-Wing. Oh, actually, they haven't done an A-Wing yet, but they've got the B-Wing and the TIE Fighter pilot, and they're both vehicle cards. And this is an outstanding one for... I mean, obviously, it's not a vehicle. You get it to figure, but they're just what I call vehicle cards. Brilliant. And it looks to me like they have repacked the Richard Mark I figure, which I don't care, man. I don't care if it's a repack, whatever. I'm so glad they are now ticking the boxes of these 96, man. Really good. So that was a good start. Then they moved on to Paploo. I never had him as a kid, well, the 80s version, but still, I've got all the other Ewoks, so that'll be nice to put on the wall with the others. This 50 years of Lucasfilm thing, I mean, fair enough. It's almost like they can't wait for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. They have to do this 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm just to get another bit of branding out there, which is fair enough. I wasn't fully aware of what year Lucasfilm was established. You know, I knew it was obviously in the early 70s, you know, around about the time of THX 1138 and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so there you go. That's just a thought on that. But yeah, Paploo, bring him on. I would have actually preferred, to be honest with you, most definitely Tebow would have floated my boat better. And then there he is, loose there. Interesting. All right. Well, you know, Ewoks aren't really the most important things, but this was really good. Leia. So they are now bringing her into the vintage collection, although I do consider her part of vintage collection, given that she came out in the vintage saga collection. So, you know, it's all relative, really. But in TVC, this is her first, and Lord knows that the vintage saga figure needed an update. So it looks like she's got it here. My God, that does not look like Leia, though, does it? Look at the state of that. God. Looks like the lead singer of Roxette or somebody. Anyway, that's nice. I like it. But, you know, actually, I would have preferred if they'd given us Poncho Luke. You know, Luke's hot right now at the minute. Talk of the town, whatever, but if they'd given us Poncho Luke, that would have been awesome. Well, I hope they will do that. Moving on. There she is again, loose. Look at that. She looks really puffy, but they did say on the stream that they are matching the colours more accurately for the screen, which is great, you know, so that's really good. Does that look like Leia Organa? It's not that great, is it? What I'm loving is the card back, the fact that we're getting that, and we're getting this, and we're getting this. You know, I love all that. It's brilliant, but there's a hell of a lot more for them to do. Cross your fingers, everyone, for Bib Fortuna, AT-AT driver, and blah, the list goes on for that. And then that is it. They also revealed later on the Ahsoka. I mean, the way Patrick said it, though, he said, it's Clone Wars Ahsoka. Like, we've never had a Clone Wars Ahsoka. We have had a Clone Wars Ahsoka, but this is specifically, as they did go on and say, in fairness to him, they went on and said it's, you know, as she is depicted in Season 7. So that's really good. That is really good. That'll be a really good figure to customize for a Mandalorian Ahsoka. I would have preferred a Mando Ahsoka, really. You probably will get one as well, but you know, that means you see, now you've got 2 Ahsokas on the Clone Wars card. God, I mean, they could have used their head and thought, well, we've done Ahsoka, that one's there, make one in a different segment of time. Bruh. You know what I mean? But they didn't. They've done it like that. I've screen grabbed these because these did catch my interest. You know, I'm not completely devoid of any love for the 6-inch line. I just don't collect it. You know, I don't have the money to invest in both lines, nor the space. But these did look good. And I'm quite envious when I look at stuff like this for the Black Series. I think, man, we would love all this in the vintage collection. And, you know, we might get it, we might not. Then they announced Maul, which is really good. And he does look a really good figure. That wasn't the best image I saw of him. Sorry, these will be out of order now, man. I was screen grabbing like there was no tomorrow. There's another one of Ahsoka. That's another good pose for Ahsoka there. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's get that right there. She looks pretty good there. This is the one I quite like when he's standing up tall. But look at him. Where is he sliced? Where did Obi-Wan slice him? Was it just underneath where his privates are? Because he wasn't sliced under his knees. I mean, obviously they look like robot legs from the knee down. But I think he was sliced higher up. But obviously that's just attire, clothing that covers just above the knees. But still, he looks great. And I bet you, man, he's articulated to the max. It's a bit like General Grievous meets Maul in a way. Well, that's what Maul is in the Clone Wars. Bionic. And here he is there. Actually, for all I love him holding his double saber, I quite like him holding that because it's just sort of a more reminiscent of a later time of him. That's brilliant. Do you know what? All these announcements today makes me want to watch Season 7 again. I wouldn't mind seeing that again. And there's another one there. That looks pretty cool. Very good. Very good. What else? Oh yeah, I screen grabbed that. But the logo was coming over it. Tried again in a minute. And here, so this was really interesting. Pipeline reveal. So they had these for the Black Series. All these guys, well, you know, a couple of them including, what's her name now? I've forgotten her name, sorry. She'd be good in vintage. Moving on. Zero as well would be great. Anyway, moving on. Then they said there was going to be... See, the thing is, right, in Black Series they gave you 5 pipeline reveals. And I thought they were going to say 5 reveals, but they only gave us 2 for this. It doesn't half tell a story. The first one was IG-11, which is great. Won't be too hard for them to do him. They will just take the IG-88 mold, which is a superb figure, and they will obviously spruce him up, which is all fantastic. Make him more custom for IG-11, and then they announced this guy, which is great and everything, but we should have had him last year. We should have had him in the Carbonite set. And it's good that they're doing him, but Lobot would really blow my mind. And I hope he's in your pipeline, Hasbro. And I think that is it. All these here are just things I was working on my thumbnail just now for the video. And I think that is all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed that. Let me know your thoughts. I'll just scroll through here now. Let me know your thoughts on that live stream, what you thought about it. You know, if you're a 6-inch collector as well, let me know your feelings about all of that, you know. I thought it was a really good live stream, you know. Really good. I was sat there really skeptical. You know, it's almost like when you've been beaten down so many times and disappointed, you just think, oh, whatever, you know, what's going to happen this time? But no, I was pleasantly surprised. So thank you for watching. If you are new around here, of course, subscribe and follow the rest of the channel, and I shall be keeping an eye on these releases when they come out, so definitely tap the notification bell if you are or are not already subscribed. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.